In today's video, we're going to walk you through the most common mistakes we see with campaign settings inside Google Ads that waste budget so that you can double check you're not making any of these mistakes inside your own Google Ads account and really make the most of the daily budget that you have to work with. So to come to your settings, first of all, we're just going to go to campaigns and press campaigns and then go to settings. Now, the first one to mention, and is actually really important to take note of, is your conversion goals, because without these conversion goals set correctly, you're not going to be sending the right data to Google Ads of what you actually want to count as a conversion. And if you don't have them set correctly, the conversions you want aren't going to be showing up here inside the dashboard. So inside your conversion summary table, as you see here, we have conversion actions set up for form submissions, calls from the landing page, and calls from the call asset, which are the actions that we want the customer to take and are what we want Google to count as conversions for this campaign. But we see it happen quite often is that they have the conversion actions set up correctly, so the conversion tracking is working, but they don't have these conversion goals listed under here in the account settings, and they're not set as account default goals or they're not listed here under conversion goals. Then Google simply won't track those conversions as an actual conversion in the dashboard, even though inside conversion summary table you'll see the conversions there. So that's the first thing to be aware of. Customer acquisition, then it's not really a common mistake, but if you selected bid for new customers only, it's not necessary. There's no real need to select this because if someone reaches out to you again that reached out to you before, they might need your services again. So there's no need to select bid for new customers only in case you have. Now, marketing objective, what you want to do is make sure you have lead selected and not, for example, website traffic. It doesn't matter necessarily if you have no goal guidance selected, but you don't necessarily want website traffic because that's just designed to get you as much traffic as possible, but not necessarily those that are likely to convert into leads. So just make sure you have leads selected for this one. Now, the next two are really the most important, which are networks and locations. And we have here the Google Search Network and Display Network. And what you want to do is make sure that if you're looking to get the highest quality traffic possible, is that you have both of these turned off. So Google Search Partners and the Display Network as well, especially. So in every scenario, you never want to have the Display Network turned on because it will absolutely waste your budget. And I'd only recommend having the Search Partners on in some very specific cases when you're really struggling for search volume. But in almost 90% plus of cases, I wouldn't recommend using the Search Network at all either. So I'd make sure to just have both of these not selected. And the other major mistake as well we see often inside campaign settings is the location targeting, because by default, Google will try to select your location targeting to the full country that you're based in. But you obviously don't want to target the full country, most likely as a service based business. So you want to enter another location, and it's obviously pretty self explanatory that you just want to enter in the location that you're actually targeting. But under location options here, then you really just want to make sure that you have presence selected and not presence or interest. For those of you that don't know, that with presence or interest, your ads can still be shown to people outside your target location. So to have better control of who actually sees your ads, you want to make sure you have presence selected for locations. Languages then as well. So another mistake we see as well is targeting multiple languages in the one campaign. For a much better structure overall, you're much better off not targeting multiple languages inside the one campaign. And if you are based in a country that speaks two different languages, for example, English and Spanish or English and French, you're much better off having separate campaigns if you want to go down that route of also targeting the other language. So having one language per campaign is almost always going to be best practice. So bidding as well is something that you can easily make a mistake with. And you will see mixed advice online of which bidding strategy to use. But the truth is, the best bidding strategy completely depends on where you're at currently with your own Google Ads campaign. Because if you've watched some of the videos on the channel, you know that we prefer to use maximize clicks at the very beginning to gather enough relevant conversion data and then switch over to maximize conversions. But with any campaign we take on, we have the budget set in a way that we know that it's going to be enough to get us about at least 25 to 30 conversions plus in the first month. And then we know we have the data that we need to switch over to maximize conversions after the first month, and also potentially set a target cost per action as well. So that way, then we're fully focused on conversions, but we see it often as well with campaigns that often start with maximized conversions from the very beginning, but don't typically perform as well as they could because they don't have that conversion data to begin with. And if you are starting a new campaign as well, what you definitely do not want to do is set a target cost per action because this one especially is one that you really need to have conversion data for and have consistent conversions as well, specifically in the last 30 days, because you need to have a consistent cost per lead to actually set a cost per action. Because if you set a target cost per action for a specific number and you don't have data of getting leads for this amount, then Google's not going to be able to get you leads when you have no previous data of doing so. Even though we have seen in some cases maximized conversions itself without a target CPA works fine, you definitely don't want to set a target cost per action until you really have as many conversions built up as possible. Ideally, at least 30 in the last 30 days. Apart from that, then you have your automatically created assets, and this should be set to off by default, but you want to just double check that it is turned off, because if it's turned on, then you're giving Google a lot more control over your ads. And if you want to make your own assets or extensions as well as your ad copy and not let Google take control of those, you want to make sure your automatically created assets are set to off. And on that point of automatically created assets as well, if you come to assets here, another thing you can do as well is go to more, account level automated assets, and then press more again and advanced settings. And you'll see here that by default, you might have some of these automated assets set to turn on. And what you obviously do not want to do is, if for example you want to make your own site links, is have this set to on, because then Google will start making their own site links that aren't as relevant or compelling as your own. So you want to just be careful of that as well, that you don't have these automated level assets set to on if you don't want Google to take control of your assets. Another one as well, this should also be set to off by default, but broad match keywords, if you have these set to on and you have broad match keywords for every campaign, you're guaranteed to waste your budget and be very unlikely to actually get the results you're looking for. So make sure that broad match keywords is set to off as well. Apart from that, then there's also your ad rotation, and this is completely up to you. We prefer to use optimize, because if we see that one of the three ads in each ad group, for example, is performing better than the others, then it makes perfect sense to want to keep it set to optimize. But that's completely up to you. If you prefer to look at the data yourself and keep a close eye on it, you can also set it to do not optimize. And lastly, as well, apart from those main campaign settings, what you also want to do is just double check inside audiences. You want to look at your audience segments here at the top, show the table, and just make sure that it doesn't matter how many audience segments that you have, but that you want to make sure that they're all set to observation mode specifically. The reason being is that if you have these set to targeting, then the chances are you're missing out on a lot of potential traffic that could be highly interested in what you offer, but doesn't fall under that specific audience segment. And because you have your targeting settings set to targeting, then you're only able to show your ads to people that are within that specific audience segment. But what we like to do instead is make sure you have it set to observation mode. And then after a couple of months, when you actually see all the data build up, if you notice that any specific audience segment is performing really well inside your campaign, then you can set it to targeting. But apart from that, we always recommend setting your audience segments to observation mode. Now, I hope this video helped and gave you some clarity on what to do and, more importantly, what not to do when it comes to your campaign settings inside Google Ads. Now, if you do have any questions about anything we mentioned inside this video or anything else related to Google Ads in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you are a service-based business looking for further help refining your own campaigns, feel free to have a look at the link in the description. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. And hopefully we'll see you inside the next video.